Hi everyone, happy holidays. I'm Ivan.
And I'm Brian.
And you're watching another episode of Fashion Check! Today we will be reviewing the looks of Project Runway Season 18, Episode 3, Sleigh the Runway.
This week's challenge was to create a holiday cocktail dress using unconventional materials.
That's right, it's just Episode 3 and it's the unconventional challenge. And personally, I love unconventional challenges because it allows the designers to be creative, to go outside of their box, and so it's always really fun. I know the designers hated it because they always struggle, but it's just really fun to watch overall.
I hate it because you never know what you're gonna get, and sometimes the looks come out really, really bad, like this week's episode.
Oh, we're already getting into that. Okay. Like always, we're gonna star, pass, or flop the looks that walk down the runway, so let's begin.
It's girls night out of nowhere, my Barbie doll heels. Can't wait to blow up the world and make Cadillac deals. Turn up Pandora and let's pump it up.
Our first look this week is Chelsea, and she used ribbon, pillowcases, and gold leaves. And this is a very basic silhouette. It's very plain. I really don't have a lot to say. I mean, props to her for being the only one to create their own design and style and everything. But I don't know. It was just a blah thing for me.
I like it. It's cute. It does the job. It's not very Christmassy. But it is kind of basic for me too.
Yeah, so I am gonna give her good points for creating her own textile, so I'm just gonna pass it.
It's a pass for me too.
Okay.
Next up is Nancy, and she used a tree skirt, ribbon, and a light up tree branch.
Yes, right, and this looks like a very glamorous look to me. Like, you don't even see any of these materials in there. It looks like an actual dress, and I think she put a lot of work into that capelet and everything else. I really like it.
So she said that she was guilty of using the least amount of Christmas items, and yes, it kind of does look like she didn't use a whole lot of unconventional objects, but it's still very pretty and it's still very glamorous, and I love it.
I love it too. I am gonna star this one.
I'm starting it too. Go Nancy.
Next up we have Melanie, and she used corn husk, raffia, and ribbon. I like to call this the tamale dress.
Very much so.
I honestly don't mind it.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind it. I mean, yes, it looks like the corn husk is just pasted on the bust, but it's very interesting to look at because of the bottom of the dress. I think it goes. I mean, it's not very Christmassy. It's very if you're going for like a fall Halloween style, maybe, but I don't know. I don't mind it. It wasn't a problem for me.
There is a lot of work and detail in the bottom half of the dress, yes, and it looks very cute down there. But once you go up, you see the tamale husks. It just looks so funny. It looks terrible. I can't. Maybe if she knitted them together and did a little bit more work.
Or maybe like a weaving thing.
A weaving thing,
and
yeah.
create a top with that. I think that would have been even better.
She's just a walking, talking tamale. She's food on the runway.
I mean, I don't mind it, and I'm gonna give this look a pass.
I'm going to, what is it? Shoot it? What do we do?
There's a flop.
Flop. Okay.
Oh my god. Jesus. Next up is Taejung, and she used streamers, bows, tree twigs, and tinsel. And hallelujah. Finally,
Yeah.
This girl did something that was beautiful.
I love it.
Like, I love it so much. It's very Christmassy. It's very wintertime. I love the headpiece that she made. Like, everything is just right. I was very surprised that she wasn't on top for this because it is really pretty.
Yeah, I like it a lot. She looks like an ice queen, and I love it. And yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that I don't understand why she didn't make the top.
Yeah. I would have, like, if she was going with this concept, I maybe would have added something like up here to the eyes, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, to make it look more like ice queenie. But overall, this was a good week for Taejung. I really liked it. So I'm gonna star this one.
I'm starting to. Next up is Marquise, and he used tinsel, ribbon, and a tree star.
It was interesting to watch. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't the worst either. I've seen that skirt done many times on Project Runway, so it wasn't anything new. If anything, the newest thing was just the top, how like it looks kind of like an infinity sign. But I mean, it was one of the very few garments that had movement on the runway, so I appreciate that. But aside from that, it's nothing new that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, I feel like it's a cop-out to use that red and green material as the top. I do like the pattern of it. It's really nice. Is that a purse going around her waist?
The tree star is a purse, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't know how functional it is, but
It doesn't, on the picture, it doesn't look like it attaches to the purse, but if it does, then nice touch. But otherwise, I don't like the skirt itself because it looks like pom-pom. Like, and also I feel like that's kind of a cop-out as well, where you're using these materials, but you're not really changing them to make them look that much different. I like that he used it and created a skirt out of it, but other than that, I don't know.
Simple.
It's simple.
A pass.
Pass.
Next up is Delmon, and he used faux fur, a tree skirt, and ribbon. And this was like two looks in one for me. They don't go together. If anything, I like the skirt more than the top, but it was just a mismatch of what he used. I don't see anyone wearing this, honestly.
Yeah, for me too. It just doesn't look like it goes together. Maybe it goes together in different lighting and workroom lighting, but on the runway it just doesn't look very.
It didn't read very appealing.
No, and I don't see a whole lot of Christmas about it either.
But I mean, it wasn't the worst, so I'm just gonna pass it.
I'm going to flop it.
Oh.
Next up we have Jeffery, and he used wrapping paper, ribbon, and a star tree topper.
And I really like this look. I think he, left what was going on with him last challenge, and I think he just like focused this time, and he created something that's actually nice. The top is very 90s to me, like with it looks like the shoulder pads.
The shoulder pads?
Yeah.
Really
so that's very 90s to me, but overall I didn't mind it. It's a dress that could go with a Christmas theme because it's silver.
Yeah.
It's wintry, so yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think it's very beautiful. I love the top and the bottom together. It is very much a winter gown, and I love what he did with it. It looks really pretty. I'm gonna start.
You gonna start? I'm gonna start too. And now we move on to the high scores of the week, and the first one is Chavi, and he used red petals, ribbon, and basket wiring. I was not crazy about this one.
Neither was I.
And the reason why is because even though the judges said that this part looked cinched, it really doesn't. It makes her look very heavy in the bottom and on the top. Like that bust looks like it's just popping.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just think didn't really appeal to the model. But I mean, it is a beautiful look, but I don't know, I just didn't think it deserved to be in the top spot. If anything, I think Taejung or Nancy should have been there. But yeah.
I think Jeffery should have been there, but she does look beautiful. She looks like a beautiful rose, and I don't have a problem with the waist. But yes, for some women, it's going to come off being not. It's going to not be. It's not going to suit them well.
Yeah, I think if like maybe he would have had less flowers here on the top, maybe it would have looked better because it just looks so busy in that area. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna pass this one.
I'm gonna pass it too. Next we have Victoria, and she used pillowcases, a cranberry wreath, and leaves.
And I was really happy with this look this week. I think it very much represents where she comes from, and you can see that in the print that she used. And it's very sculptural. It's very like, you know, with the cranberries, I think she was smart in how she used them. You know, she just didn't put them like a wreath, a regular wreath. It was just like very sculptural. I mean, it's a print that I can see other countries wearing it, and I think that's kind of her aesthetic. It's very, where is she from? Moldova, I think. So I really like this look from her this week.
I hate the cranberries because they look like cranberries. She didn't do anything to change it up. Yeah, she added the wreath and made them sleeves, but they just bother me, and they're asymmetrical, and I don't like that about the dress. The dress itself is really pretty and really cute. I like that a lot.
But I feel like if it didn't have the wreath, it would have just been a simple thing. Like, I think the cranberries add so much to this dress, and
what if she had made something out of the cranberry instead? Like maybe like a necklace, or maybe did some, I don't know.
I like it. It's gonna be a star for me.
I'm gonna flop it.
Oh my god. And now we have the winner of this week's challenge. Congratulations, Sergio. And he used a basket, wrapping paper, and bells. I mean, like, I can't lie, I really like this dress. It has a very simple shape. But the amount of work that he put into this, I mean, controlling wrapping paper like that and make it look flawless like that, I mean, that's a skill in itself. And, you know, it is very wintry. I feel like it's, you know, it plays homage to the bell. But like I said, it is a very simple silhouette. I think it was safe, but out of all these looks, I think it's one of the best.
I'm trying not to dislike him as a fashion designer because his attitude really turns me off.
Yeah.
And I want to hate it, but I know that it's a nice looking dress. Yes, he does wonders with the wrapping paper, and it's not wrinkled, it looks beautiful, it looks great. And then he added the bell. When she's walking down, you can hear her ring the bell, and that's really cute. It really is a pretty dress, but the dude needs to lighten up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna star this look because it is really pretty.
I'm going to star it too.
Look, everyone watching, you need to separate.
Yes, I know.
You know, the design against the personality.
Yes.
You know, we may not like him, and I'm pretty sure not a lot of people like him, but he is really talented. But yeah, one of these days he's gonna land in the bottom, and it's gonna hurt him really, really like a lot.
We'll see.
And now we move on to the low scores of the week, and these were the worst looks of this challenge. And first up, we have Brittany, and she used wrapping paper and cranberries. Only 2 materials. First of all, you know, the simplest material, which was the wrapping paper, the safest, simplest material. And then just cranberries. I know she panicked throughout the entire episode, but man, I was really disappointed after her win in the first episode and then to this. Ooh, I mean, she was lucky that she didn't go home on this one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's
Yeah.
pretty atrocious. And like if you know, or if you don't know that you could use wrapping paper, then why use wrapping paper? Just don't use something that can easily wrinkle, easily tear like that.
Yeah.
And the model looked super uncomfortable going down the runway.
And this is one of the best models in
for
Runway.
sure.
I mean, she was Hester's model last season and again this season, and so she knows how to work a garment, but man, I feel so bad for her. And the thing about this challenge was that it was a 2-day challenge, and some of these looks don't even look like a 2-day challenge to me. So yeah, I mean, she, like, again, I think she was very, very lucky that she didn't go home on this one.
And it's another misuse of the cranberries for me too.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, it was just like a second afterthought, like just put it there. So I'm just gonna flop this one.
It's a flop.
Yeah. Now we move on to Tyler, and he used snowflake ornaments and ribbon.
Well, it's super short. It is, I actually like it. It's really pretty. It's super short. And
Wait, you're saying that it's pretty?
I like it. Yeah, I do. I really do like it. The only problem was that it's super short and it fits more like a shirt than it does a dress.
There is nothing to this dress. Like, the ornaments are just pasted on, and using that, oh my God.
Is it simple? Yes, it's very
super simple. This is probably something that you do the first year in college of design school.
I don't mind it.
Oh my God. This is a big flop.
It's a pass for
Oh
me.
my God. And now we move on to the losing look of the week, the eliminated designer, and that is Alan. And he used ribbon and silver leaves. And you're gonna hate me for this. I don't mind this look. I honestly don't mind it. If you got rid of those boots,
I agree with you.
oh, okay. No, because I honestly don't think this was the worst look. I honestly didn't. I mean, the boots are like, whoa, like out of left field. But if you take off the boots and maybe you add something to the top, it could be a beautiful look. Honestly, that skirt was really good.
Yeah, it's really
like watching it, nothing looks like it was falling apart. Like, it was very nicely constructed, and even the bust, I didn't have any problem with it. I mean, the judges said that it wasn't really like Christmassy, or that it's like maybe too revealing for like a cocktail party. And yes, if that's the case in here, but
the problem is the boob, where it's just randomly not costumed as the rest of her outfit is. And the boots, yes, are very mismatched with it. And I think that was his way of bringing in the Christmas. Mm-hmm. I don't mind silver leaves being
it looks pretty.
A Christmas thing. It looks very pretty.
I was kind of shocked that he went home on this, because I personally don't think this was the worst design of the challenge. Yeah. There were way worse than this, in my opinion. But unfortunately, someone had to go. And this is a pass for me. I don't mind it.
It's actually not a pass for me, but I didn't mind it enough. But I knew that if he had added more to it, it would have been a pass, but I'm still going to flop it.
Oh, okay. So you praised it, and then you...
and then flop it.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Well, that's it for this week's challenge. Thank you, Brian, for joining us. Make sure to watch episode 4 on January 2nd on Bravo. Please hit that subscribe button if you like our videos. Please follow us on social media if you like. And be safe on the holidays. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.